Kamala Harris's loss in the 2024 U.S. presidential election can be attributed to a range of interlocking economic, political, and social issues that ultimately failed to connect with a wide swath of the American electorate.
Just came around to say hello. I'm so fly. You took a nosedive. Careful when you play on my level. For you it's so. Hey, hello.
Motorola Razr 50 Ultra. Flip the script.
Hello, Moto.
While Harris leaned on core Democratic policies, her campaign struggled to address the broader concerns gripping voters across a politically divided landscape. A central factor was Harris's strong focus on abortion rights. Though an essential issue to many within the Democratic base, abortion did not serve as the rallying point her campaign had anticipated. In battleground states, particularly among working-class and independent voters, economic issues overshadowed social concerns. Harris's intense focus on abortion rights failed to resonate fully with voters whose stances on the issue varied widely. The strategy left some feeling that pressing issues like inflation and employment were secondary, diminishing her appeal to those who prioritized economic recovery over social policy. Economic discontent was perhaps the most decisive factor in Harris's defeat. Although the U.S. economy had seen signs of post-pandemic recovery, persistent inflation and high living costs continued to strain American families, particularly in battleground states such as Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. Harris's campaign failed to convey a strong and practical vision to alleviate these concerns, leaving a vacuum that Trump capitalized on with promises of economic stability. These states, which had initially supported the Biden-Harris ticket in 2020, saw a shift as voters turned toward a candidate who prioritized their immediate economic anxieties. Harris's inability to address inflation and job growth comprehensively played into a larger narrative of Democratic leadership as out of touch with day-to-day struggles. Many disillusioned voters perceived Harris's focus on social issues as a distraction from the real economic difficulties they faced, prompting a significant number to switch their support. Immigration policy also posed a significant challenge for Harris. In rural and suburban communities, particularly in states impacted by immigration trends, there was a strong sentiment that her administration had failed to prioritize border security. While the Democratic approach to immigration emphasized humanitarian concerns, many voters viewed the issue through a lens of economic and social stability, feeling that lenient policies could adversely affect job markets and community safety. Harris's stance on immigration became a flashpoint, alienating voters who felt that border issues directly impacted their livelihoods and communities. Harris's connection with voters outside her progressive base was another critical weakness. By focusing heavily on issues appealing to her liberal constituency, she struggled to bridge the gap with traditional Democrats, moderates, and independents. This disconnect was particularly evident in areas where economic and cultural conservatism holds sway. Many voters, feeling unrepresented by her campaign's priorities, leaned toward a candidate who addressed their concerns more directly and with fewer ideological undertones. Finally, widespread discontent with the Biden administration created an additional hurdle for Harris. Issues such as student debt, healthcare costs, and climate policies had left younger voters and some progressives dissatisfied with the administration's incremental approach. Although Harris presented herself as a continuation of Biden's legacy, she faced an electorate divided not just along partisan lines, but within her own party. This lack of enthusiasm among key demographics ultimately weakened her ability to secure a broad coalition of support.